Never use Axiom to enhance an Irish coffee again. It seemed like a good idea to Zane Bob Jimenez at the time. Since you can get healed back from pretty much anything thanks to alien space magic, why not see if the alien space magic enhancement they were using on coffee worked on booze too? Pain pierced his skull and lanced down to his lower back. His tongue was sour with vomit and parched with thirst. Sight and sound were agony. ZB staggered up from the unfamiliar mattress and slowly hobbled to the bathroom. Fortunately, he had some dignity intact. Somehow, there was something with fur in the bed. He'd have to figure out what after, and where he was. The noisome dirge of waste upon the commode woke the lawyer from her slumber. She had done the deed with an alien. For the first time in recorded history, an alien had been willing and able to sleep with a tri-eye. Axiom caused all thinking peoples to be able to interbreed. One could even sleep with a floric. It wasn't a good idea, but more survivable than any skin contact with a tri-eye. Therefore, as many as 1% of the galaxy's gravids assumed that since the tri-eye did not interbreed, they are not truly thinking peoples. Of course, that view was censured among mainstream gravids, but there were enough extremists that the majority of seekers who were murdered in the line of duty were murdered in arrangement systems. This could be the beginning of something that could make the galaxy a lot safer for her people. Miss Tree? Tree? Try? Where am I? You don't remember? No. And if you can find my pants, we're at Chaste Cathy's Clean and Confidential Hotel on level 37 of Venn Spire. You said, and I quote, "Take my money and give me the second cheapest room you've got, or I will find the most expensive thing in the lobby and rub her cute, sexy gremlin ass all over it until it all explodes," while brandishing me at the staff. I am so sorry, Mom. It was kinda romantic, actually. Did I piss off your friends? No, my pilot's jealous, though. What's your name? The lawyer of the Brightglade clan. Do I owe you money? No. Do you need a doctor? Because what I had can kill a Canador at 10 paces, so if you got any secondhand exposure. The fumes from your breath got me pretty drunk, but I'll be fine. She says as she fishes for a small vial of pills in her bag. Sorry, these are formulated for tri-eye only. It's fine. How did we meet? See that diner across the street? They charged me 10 times what it said on the menu. Then after I finished my food, they burned the furniture I sat on in the street to cleanse it of my filth. I might be dangerous, but I clean myself. Pain. Then you showed up, called them something offensive I didn't understand, and when they called you a stupid sheltered tret skank and started throwing things at me, you lifted me off the ground and hugged me. Oh God, the Admiral is gonna rip me a new one. Metaphorically. Now, where are? The piercing notes of Reveille played on a piccolo trumpet with sound amplification runes shake the room as the couple turn their heads to behold a private stream holding a rucksack and a paper bag. Private stream reporting in with a resupply, sir. Was the bugle really necessary? Critical, sir. Critical to my morale, sir. Mrs. Fuzzy Lady deadpans the Foza underneath, who almost certainly had added some extra bit of sonic Axiom trickery to the trumpet call. Their replies are cut off by the perfectly timed ringing of 2 communicators, one from inside the lawyer's satchel and one from a pair of freshly laundered pants inside the rucksack. ZB ducked into the bathroom to give the lawyer some privacy for her conversation and checked the communicator. His communicator. It's a number he didn't recognize, but one that was already in his contacts as your beautiful chauffeur. Streams. Good morning. Who do I have the pleasure of talking to? No hangover can beat Southern manners. Hia, I'm Berna, the lawyer's pilot. She's been invited to the Dauntless, and I'm supposed to pick her up, but I was given this number and her line is busy. Nice to meet you. I'm Zane Bob, and I suppose I'm her boyfriend. She's just talking to someone else at the moment, so I'll get her attention as soon as I can, Mom. You know my fee is per try, right? The insurance for you creepy fuzzballs is damn robbery. First ride is free for men, but after that, you're gonna have to pay. Pardon me, but I'm human? But if you're charging me at the non-tri-eye +1 fare, I'll pay. But you said, oh. I heard humans were supposed to be immune, but I didn't think you were THAT immune. I'm gonna get Valoyer now. Nice meeting you. He ducked back into the bedroom and waited on Valoyer to finish her conversation. Nothing untoward happened. It's probably one of the best dates in my life, if I'm honest. I just wish hubby remembered more of it. Valoyer put her hand on the speaker and whispered, "It's your commanding officer. We'll climb the rest of this tree on the Dauntless." Got it. I just need to contact my pilot. About that, she's on the line, said ZB while holding out his communicator to her. Her hand jerked back like he had offered her a lump of barbed wire. Right, where are my manners? I'll set it to speaker and clean up. He carefully rested it on the cheap, extruded plastic bedside table and grabbed the rucksack to make himself presentable. Freshly showered, properly armed with 100% tri-eye-proof gear, and in a clean uniform, ZB joined a similarly refreshed but unarmed Valoyer and a telepresence drone, projecting a holographic Gobe's face in the cabin of a moderately sized cargo ship. So, this is tri-eye hangover food then? Asked ZB as he looked over the contents of the paper bag. Some sort of firm cheese with dried fruit inside that had been encrusted with seeds and roasted to a crispy exterior and gooey center. Pretty good, but more of a snack than a full meal. She took a drink of something that tasted like a mildly salted soy milk with mint blended into it. Perfect. How's it taste to you, hubby? Vaguely like pomegranates, but with a raisin texture wrapped up in kinda mild-tasting cheese like British cheddar and covered in pumpkin seeds with the texture of poppy seeds. Also, I mean, no disrespect, but we're not officially married yet. By the galaxy standards, we are in most places. Does that include the tri-eye? We have no standards for alien marriage. Tri-eye marriage? The groom's clan matriarch and my father are supposed to negotiate for a month to determine the quality of the match and my ability to provide. Afterward, we visit both extended families and make a formal announcement and update to the clan registries. And if we skip all that, the ceremony is meant to show that each clan respects and can work harmoniously with the other. To skip it means anything from a simple show of contempt to a veiled accusation of child abuse. Child abuse, really? If the bride's family snubs the groom's family, it implies that their son was saved from an abusive home. And since a tri-eye wedding is impossible to attempt because of my family being in cruel space and us being already wed, until we make things official, how about a human custom? Zane Bob got out of the seat and got down on one knee in front of her, barely keeping steady as the ship wove through centrist traffic. The lawyer of the Brightglade clan, you are a beacon of sanity in the madness of the galaxy. You're cute, nice, and for some reason have decided to accommodate a lunatic like me. Will you marry me? Her yes is muffled due to the fact that her tongue is in his mouth while Berna's drone bangs its tyrite-plated hands together in applause. And now, you're and I'm your fiancé until we file the paperwork to get married. Huh. Lovers that just declare their intent to marry, then wait for months? Interjects Berna. Why does such a short-lived race that has so many men stretch out the process like that? Gobs have a natural lifespan of 50 years. Your lives are short in both ways. We're not in cruel space. You try living 80 years in cruel space. No way! Moving tri-eye around is the closest I'll go to that death pit. Speaking of which, we're here. Tri-eye VIP inbound. Alien guests were shuffled to rooms where they would not able to sense her. Axiom-based enhancements and hardware were powered down or moved entirely, and tri-sized furniture conspicuously lacking any Axiom runes was moved into Admiral Cistern's office. All in the course of about 5 minutes. We received 1,037 complaints about chemical scanners that your Axiom alcohol trick triggered. Your conduct has garnered 132 fines, which you will pay in full. The Plates in Blue Diner has banned you from the premises, as has Chaste Kathy's Clean and Confidential. The Church of the True Mother and Sisterhood of Bountiful Births have preemptively excommunicated you because their envoys witnessed your first date. The Order of Denied Sainthood has threatened them with a counter-crusade should they attempt anything beyond that. And worst of all, your drunken nonsense could have endangered our relations with the tri-eye. It won't happen again, Admiral. It had better not. Which brings me to the exceptional stroke of luck you've had. Madame Valoyer is quite enamored with you. I am aware of that, Admiral. Philip, can you please show Miss Valoyer back in here? Thank you for your consideration, Grand Admiral, says Valoyer with a proper formal bow. Thank you for helping us reach an understanding with the Triae. The Triadae have a need for non-Triae outreach specialists. Tasks such as mediating disputes, hunting down the few Triae criminals, general negotiation, and responding to Triae in distress. Valoyer has agreed to be a civilian consultant, and Captain Live has sworn her oath to the EFL. Will I be a civilian consultant for the Triae then? Their equivalent is a bit more poetic, but essentially yes. You are on loose leash protocols, and should you choose to sign the contract, the Triae have already sent you a kind hand for the Triae. Understood. May humanity and the Triae be forever allied. One last thing. Sergeant Jimenez, report to medical immediately. If the Canador's medical guidelines are anything to go by, your liver is on the brink of failure and your kidneys are shot.